Alright. Welcome, welcome. Let's see. Good to go. Let's see. Good. Alright. Let's go check all my stats. Make sure we're good. Alrighty. Welcome, welcome. I'm sure I'm going to be saying this often, but happy holidays, happy heartwarming, and all that. Yep. Let's see. How you guys doing? Welcome. Oh, Streamlabs. Thanks for coming by. Let's see. Hope everyone is doing okay. I know, you guys are everybody on your trips or you're just hanging out. Appreciate it for sticking with me. Let's see. Okay, just still adjusting microphones and whatnot. Okay, cool. Well, you know, it is gonna be good. We're gonna have fun today. I say it every time, but you never know. I mean, some streams is like, I don't know if this will be fun. Might be not fun for me, but hopefully it's always fun for you guys. Welcome on in. Very cold, definitely. We've had our somewhat of a blizzard already. We're doing okay, but yeah, it's very, very icy in Seattle. There's a lot of videos of people slipping around. Let's see. Alright. Oh, hi, cartoons. Welcome, welcome. So, let's see. Hi, Judd and cartoons. Welcome, welcome. And happy, there you go. Happy heartwarming. There we go. Oh, let's see. Ooh, hi, Spacefish. That's a cool name. Welcome, welcome. Hello. Happy heartwarming. Eve today, I guess, but yeah, I'm just probably just gonna stick to heartwarming to keep that simple. How we doing? Let's see. And Merry Christmas. Very good. And everything else. I know a lot of things on Boxing Day kind of start and end. I think Hanukkah ends on Boxing Day, but Kwanzaa starts. I think that's, might get those mixed up, but definitely the day after Christmas is when everything kind of happens and not. So, but yeah, welcome everyone. We're gonna work on this stream. It's gonna work on a different, new original project. I didn't for the visual novel. If you've been keeping track of that, I am still working on that. I sent out a demo a week ago, just to get some feedback from you guys. I put that in the Discord. I think that link is still there, so you can still look at the demo link and send the stream ideas and suggestions channel. Excuse me. Yeah, if you want to play a very unpolished, incomplete version of the Sunny's Dream visual novel game, you can check that out in the Discord. But otherwise, I'm still working on it. It's still about 60-70% complete. But yeah, otherwise, I'm gonna keep working on that. But yeah, just that this particular short is gonna be time sensitive for Christmas and holidays. So it's like I'm gonna try and finish this as best I can today, and then I'll rework and get back into the visual novel, then work on the movie. So it's not my hands full, but yeah, want to at least get this not really out of the way, but at least just trying to get something for Christmas, because otherwise now my game's not gonna be complete by then. So wasn't planning to be that way, but yeah, oh well. Let's see. Hi, real fan. Let's see. Welcome, welcome. Heavy hearts, I mean. Do. Welcome. What about Derpy, but in Cyberpunk 2077 universe? Oh, interesting. Yeah, that'll be a whole different kind of video. Today will be, I already drafted this out, so we'll have to do it out some other time. But if you have, yeah, the simplest would just be to write it out in script form. If you have an idea, if you have an idea to make an animation or comic or whatever, I think the simplest starting point is just to write it down. I mean, on a notepad or notepad plus or you know, Word or on paper, you know, just to have that be existing is the most important part. Yeah. For a potential project. Exactly. But yeah, if you get to work on it, if you do have an idea on your own and you want to get it out, is just write it out. Don't worry about visuals or anything right now. Just the first step, it's just to knock any kind of idea out of the way. Before trying to think of anything visual is always good. That's how I work, where I usually think of something and then try to write it out and then storyboard it afterward. Because then you're trying to conflict between your storyboards and your ideas. And it's like one might be, you know, might draw something and then I kind of, for me, it feels like it's like locking myself in, which I'm putting myself into a corner where it's like, well, I already drew it, so I don't want to undraw it or erase it. Yeah, no, plus will definitely work. And yeah, welcome, Phantom. Long time no see, unless you've been lurking. Thank you. I think they're going to link to the past. Link to the past? Oh, cool. I like to see that. Can't like draw it all. Yeah, that's right. I mean, like just to focus on scripting, because then you can make it a fan fiction, and then you don't have to worry about drawing at all. So yeah. But yeah, good to see your logic. Are you still a mod? I can't tell. Maybe you're not. I think we worked on that. Coding. Yeah, when I was doing HTML and CSS in college, when I was trying to learn that, I think I used Notepad++ and Muse, Dreamweaver. Yeah. Yeah, with the cookie. Okay. Because I remember we have a new edit as moderator. Okay. I'm getting distracted because I'm working with Visual Studio. We switched on the server. Gotcha. Okay. Music. There you go. But yeah, working with Visual Studio now. This is the game. So it's complicated. There's a lot of this is probably the most complicated part of it is that there's a lot of if-thens and menus, and then it's mostly just most of this. But I'll probably go through my progress on the game and show some bug fixes that I've done in the meantime since the demo. Probably do that during toaster time. But yeah, this is how complicated one conversation can get. Of course, it splits up into like you get two choices of whether or not you want to talk about one thing or the other. So it's like twice as long than it probably would be. If you do like one vanilla thing, you only get to see like maybe like half of this. Because like you don't get to see the other conversation because you chose only one of them at a time. Anyway, that's a Visual Studio I like. Okay, let's get going on this. Because I got the, slow this down, animation. Got this storyboarded. Yes, this is really simple. Hopefully simple to animate. A little thing where Derpy will be rolling a little snowball onto another snowball, larger one. Then try to like put it on, and then starts to then trip and then fall over, and then it rolls, and we get a long shot of an entire like hill in like a silhouette, and then we have her slowly rolling along and then going into the I don't know how to describe it. Rolling down the hill, and then these are like her legs that are gonna stick out, and then she goes back in, and then like inside the ball, kind of like rotates her body, and then pokes her head out, and then she now becomes the snowman. So I thought of this a couple days ago. But yeah, I have some, I don't know if I want to do some different ideas for it, but at least this is my groundwork, you know, my skeleton of my story. So, what do you guys think, you know, before I really get too stuck in the weeds of trying to figure this out as I go along? I think it works, but I think just somebody... So my change was that I wanted this ball over here to be smaller, so that when it rolls, it'll actually be way times bigger, but then how does then the next, or like half derpy? Yeah, just kind of not really feeling this super well, because then this one needs to be like 2 times bigger, and this one was that big, so it means I need to then change a bunch of different stuff. That's the background, storyboard, figure out where, this is all last night, so I have to figure out what I'm doing here. Because I think I want to have the snowball. Because everything kind of relies on that being big, but I think if I make it smaller, let's see what happens. Let me roll up, and then this one, let's find her. Could just select her inside of the, yeah, there we go. So instead of up there, I now have it be a little lower. Good thing a lot of this is just the transformations, so I don't have to modify every drawing, but at least that should get me going. And then this one, make this a little smaller. Grab her. Just want to modify the storyboard because this is going to be my skeleton for what everything else I'm going to work on. So if this doesn't work as happy as I want it to be, then nothing else is going to work. So now this can be, makes sense that it's a little bigger, and then we fade out there. I'll fix the physics and how that a little angle here doesn't make sense. Like this kind of rotate would have to be a little bit of a different. Screen grabber. Arm here. Because I'm gonna like reference all these poses, so if this doesn't work, then a little bit more up. Just kind of squish her head a little bit, like close her eyes. And then around here, I think I want to change her pose. So around here maybe? We'll change it so that she'll kind of get absorbed into the ball. Let's see. Oh, hello Dakota. Welcome, welcome. Working on a short animation with Derpy. Kind of playing with a snowball. I'm not gonna make this too extravagant or anything. So I'm gonna line that up. There we go. Yeah, that flows better. At least with the more added adjusted drawings. Okay. Next, let's work with. Should we time out this? Let's time this out first. Let's just make the storyboards as perfect as we can. Okay, so try to get as much as done today as possible, or at least during the stream. I'm probably gonna have to. I'm going to finish this off stream, but at least I can show as much as I can on stream here. Gonna show most of the process. So I'm kind of going through and seeing about how long I think each action should take now. So I'm just highlighting the entire group of all the different pieces of the storyboard. All these parts. So that when I want to move things to be slower, everything will be synchronous. Obviously, when we get to the slow down parts, it gets really fast. All right. There's a lot of like close together frames, so I know about that because some of these are very similar poses. They're actually pretty close to each other. And then we want to speed up. So we're going to need less frames to tell that. To get down to here, going to actually need more time. And then here to here, less time. And then we're going to slow it down. So that means I have to have more time between each of these then. Maybe a little bit less. We're going to slow down to a crawl. And we got to hit our reaction. A lot of time here. Go into it. This will be quick. And then something here, probably another keyframe. This should be fast, and then settle. And then react. So it's gonna be about 170 frames, or like 6 or so seconds, I think. Audible never tells me what this is. But we figured that out with a calculator of 24 frames per second, and then I have 170 frames. So we get, I think we divide that. Oh. What do I want? I want actually 170 frames divided by 24. 7. Okay, that's how I do it. Math. So around 7 seconds. And then I probably want some fade in and out. So that'll bring me closer to 8 or 9 seconds. But probably want to slow this down. Usually when I animate, my storyboards are really slow. My storyboards are actually really fast a lot of times. So I usually in animation have to add a lot more time into things. And that's actually feeling pretty good. All things considered there. I think I even want some more leadway in here. I think I want some more action here. I think I want to move her leg up a little. And definitely want to squish her. Have her like underneath a little bit there. If I can move the ball up a little. I feel like the hill is actually kind of fast now. Let's see. I don't want it to feel like it stops, so I think I feel like I need to cut this shot off a little bit, and then what do I got? I got these two. So I want to push these guys over a little bit. Move some frames here. I want to keep the momentum going. Okay, having it move pretty fast there. Let's see. Hi guys, hi Simple. It's Bib. Burp. Alright. Let's see. Good to see you. Looks like the timing is going to be a little bit longer. Never at 180-ish. So I'm going to stop there. Play it a couple times, see if I like it. I think I just need more frames just in general to make sure that I understand what's going on. So I can kind of go between my frames here and see whereabouts a in-between would fit. Right about there. Didn't mean to move my ink point there. We need another one here just to fill in the gaps. Beep, beep, beep. So I think I want to move this one down and then move this one about halfway. Move that up. It gets kind of rusty there. I think in motion it'll work, but just for the storyboards is to kind of get the feel for it than the exact science of every keyframe. So I'm kind of happy with that. And then we swoop. Beep. It might want to blink there, but we'll get that in. Hi Wesley. Oi. You like this? All right. Good to hear. And good to see you. Let's move to 190. And then I'll have a alternate drawing. These are all my drawings. So I have an empty one there. At least I can add in a new one. And then take these one off. Onion skin to see where I was. Get the right color. And then brush. Kind of squeeze them down. Then go back to my original frame. Yeah, okay. I think that's about as happy as I'm gonna get with just, you know, these limited amount of drawings here. So let's move on to rigging Derpy, who's a little tough time right here. There we go. Turn everything else off. Okay. So she's not as developed as my G5 characters, so going to have to play with her just a little bit to make her a little bit up to scratch, but otherwise I think she has enough stuff in here to play with. A lot of substitutions, but yeah, just not as can't do like the full, like, you know, head turn that kind of rotates around or any kind of fancy stuff like the G5 characters. But otherwise, hi Summer. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you and to everyone. In case I missed you there. But I do want to change her hat. So I think I want to draw a new hat. So I have different hat symbols here. Let's see. I'm trying to think of whether or not I want to have the hat bottom. I could just delete it like that by having it unnoodled. Take the noodle off there. Hat top. So let's make a new drawing. And so I go there. I think I want my nice winter blue hat. Looks like I got my fuzzy brush. I think it'll be okay because I'm just going to use the fills, so that'll be fine. Let's quickly try and vector this all in. Having the least amount of points here is going to be very beneficial. Okay, and then we're going to add the pom-pom. I think I want to do that as a separate object, but I think that's going to get a little tricky. It's... oh, interesting. Not that really... I guess it matters with the front view. Okay. But at least I can make a new object here and then have it right there. Have it connect to the hat. So when I move hat, pom-pom should also move. And then get a slightly lighter version of this. And just get a circle, I think. I am wondering why I can't... ah, there we go. Actually, it's more or less what I was going for, but I think I want to... I don't know. It's kind of like, whoa, you know? It's almost distracting how well it looks. It's like everything's, you know, very flat colors. Like there's no outlines to anything. I wonder if it's going to be okay. if I have something like this where it's almost like an HD version of it. It's intense, you know. I'm removing the points just so I can have vector points on both sides. That seems to be not as intended as I would like it to be. Because I just wanted to have these little like extra arrows that I can move things around with. Hat. Okay. And I can recolor. Either I recolor each part, or I want to recolor her brown coat parts. Either I go into each part and then each frame of those, or I literally go to the closed part here and then change it to be the blue, and then all of them change. So I think I'm just gonna do that instead. And then change this white into the same kind of light blue. See that her sclera up there is actually being using that for that one frame. Okay. That's what I mean, that she's not exactly set up. It's is that cute? Render it. Oh, okay. I think my scenes. My scene settings. Oh, they're 100 by 100. That's the problem. It needs to be 1000. There we go. What do my storyboards still work? Let's see. Yep. Okay, cool. They're still aligned. Okay. So now, let's see. This is trying to show different frames. I have to like expose every frame of the puppet for all the different variations. So I have to kind of show each one there. So it's gets a mess when you have to show multiple ones at the same time to save some space. That's just so I can have the puppet work with the library. I do want to change this though. Give me a general basic brush, because these legs are the same drawing because they're clones and duplicates. Only gotta change one of these now. And they both get boots. There we go. Okay. Okay. Now I'm happy with that. Copy that drawing shape. Give me the leg. Paste it. Where did that go? Apparently took my pom-pom shape? What? I know I'm going quick, but I'm just trying to get through this as best I can, so sorry I'm not making as most sense as I can. If you want me to talk about something else, I can do that. Because otherwise I'll just get into this mode of just explaining what I'm doing as I go. So let me know if there's anything news or anything worthwhile to talk about. I'd rather be instructed and talk about anything else at this point. Whatever you guys have going on. I'm okay with that. Okay. Because otherwise I'm just kind of going through now, just kind of going through these motions of getting her going. Okay. Definitely want to make a scarf. So I can go on the neck, at least above the neck. I can have that be a separate element above the neck. Make some room there. Scarf. Connect that above there. Do I want it to be... When I'm deforming the neck, do I want the scarf to move? Probably not. I'll just have it be its own thing. I think I want it to be kind of close to actually this color. Or maybe it could just be a dark blue. Probably have some different colors on it anyway. So I'll just draw a generic... It's almost like making a T-pose, where you design everything in a very linear fashion and then try to deform it. Which I'm wondering if this will actually work. Because it needs to just kind of go around her. I need to have probably like 2 parts. I think I want to actually just design it around her neck and then deform that, I think, afterward. Yeah. Okay. Let's turn out the grid. So scarves come in multiple pieces. I'd like to turn off her... Can I turn off her head? Yes. Okay. I was scared that their torso was somehow part of her. It is not. Always good to get more wacky shapes. That. Okay. And then I want the flowy part. So I'm gonna need more room. I think I just, yeah, okay. I'm gonna call it scarf arm 1. I probably have 2 of them, just probably 2 small ones. So I will have, that's why I need more room. Yeah, again, if there's anything else you want me to talk about, I'm okay with that. So now our conversation usually dies when I try to just get into work mode, but I don't know what's better for you. You like to just have like hangouts, or you try to explain as I go and try to work on this? I guess you only get these kind of conversations of me, you know, with all these very specific animation stuff from here. So you can just talk about stuff you've seen or anything like that, new stuff later with your friends, I guess. But I don't know. So, anyway, just want to make sure that you guys aren't, you know, you guys won't distract me too much, hopefully. Hello, Sasha. Good to see you. That I give you permission to move out the cabin. It's okay. I think something happened. What happened? Where did they go? Oh, big boy. So I use the grid so I can see that. Oh yeah, that was too big. Okay. And then again, this one. This is where I can have it be more straight up like this, and then I can have little tassels on it. We get the... Where was it? Is this? Is this gonna do? Yeah, alright. Check this out. So now I can let's put it on a new layer and then copy this a couple times. Maybe 3. That's probably good. And just center these out. Okay. Yeah, it's a scarf now. Look at that. What if I want... Do I actually want more than one, or... I think we might just be fine with just this one. Because otherwise it starts to get... I don't want to get to too heavy. Or like too much design. Because these characters are very minimal with how I design them. So I think probably just having one and then just kind of moving these. Move all these down a little bit so I can have more room for that. So I'll get rid of this and then recall it just scarf. Just there. Okay. Move these back. Okay. So now what I can do is add some deformers, which would be curve deformers on my scarf in camera mode. Oop, added a point. Okay, so I can move this around. Otherwise I wouldn't be able to do those kind of deformers. Deformations there. So now if I move this part, this should also carry that part along, with the arm along. And that. Play with the Z up later. But I want the scarf itself to also have its own deformer. The arm. Now it is gonna get a little upset, so probably wanna try to rig it without getting that going. So that's gonna go there, and then put that now there. So I should be able to move this, but I think I need to have a kinematic output, probably from the offset. Oop. The left one is going to be my kinematic output, so I want the scarf arms to come information from there. So I move this part, then that should not move. But I can still also move this part, and then animate this. And then that should not also... That doesn't take it, but that's okay. This will take it. Okay, so that's happy. Let's make sure that the arm goes above that, but not above the head. Good. Okay. So now I can add a S-curve to some of these pieces here. Now I can really get the exact pose I want out of that. And get scarf. Yay. It's a little dark. Let's kind of line it up. Maybe more laminary. Grid off. Okay. Because I did all of this rigging, I think I want to... Do I have anything on the front view that's gonna... Oh yeah, I'm gonna have her in a storyboard. She's gonna look forward. So I'm gonna wonder What's going on here? Oh, oh, remember that time I had that shape that was floating there? There we go. Okay. I need to have keyframes on my deformers. Both parts. Extend this out and have keyframes for this new pose. Origin of rotation. And then now we can play with the pose. So let's just have you off to the side here, and then rotate you like you're hugging against the side like this. Okay, that's head, neck, head, my hat. So I think I want to remove, these can stay technically, but definitely don't want to see them. Get rid of these frames. And then, let's see, so head top. That's there. Pom-poms there. Okay, so I think I need a new drawing, just because I don't like how this is formatted. And it's always good to have a new drawing for the different views anyway. So you get really good control of whatever you want. I think my legs out here are missing this. So I can copy it, go to my next frame, paste it, move it over. And I think with renders we get different properties there. Okay, cool. Problem now is that I think if I go to a later frame and then say use head shape, yeah, it goes back to the original body there. And then this body doesn't take scarf, so I'm going to have to redo this. Master colors. So, okay. At least everything's here, and at least I can remove this part. And then we'll be almost done with just rigging the character. Oh boy. Welcome, Ben. Merry Christmas. Happy heartwarming. Happy everything. Yay, yay, yay. Okay. Does this do anything? If I move it? No, good. Okay. So I'm going to select everything here for my 2 frames. I think I need, well, actually, I don't need you. I need a slider. It goes from 1 to 2. I'd select the nodes, filter it, and this will be DP Winter head. And I think when I create this, it's going to open my file explorer, so hang on. Want it in my MC composite. Yep, there it is. There's my file explorer. Save that. Sorry, but I think it might just be just as fast to get the next part as well. So I'm doing the same block here, trying to type 2 instead of 20. And then DP Winter body, slider, MC composite, save. Okay. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. Winter body, winter head. So I can replace these ones with this body with new body. And now we get these. Obviously now they're going the opposite way. No interpolate, but I want it to be vertical. Always in horizontal. Okay. So now if I go to the frame for where she exists, swap this around. Pom-pom's gone. But that's what I want. And then that's my scarf's gone. I wonder if it's because... Actually, I'm not sure. Because that should have been part of it, but... Do I want to try again? I wonder why. Oh yeah, it just doesn't exist in general. So I wonder if I just say to extend her towards the full length here, have her extend all the way through, and then go to a different frame. Yep, pom-pom's back. Okay. So it doesn't create columns, but if they exist, then they'll retain visibility. Interesting. Okay. So I didn't have to make a new... Did not have to make a new master controller. So that's nice. Let's get our storyboard. And I think we can start animating. I think I'm happy enough to start to figure this out. One thing is that I see that I have all these frames for everything, but I think I can probably actually just delete them because I got everything set up. Because she's already imported, I think I can just remove all the keyframes here and then get them back. So now she should just kind of stay there for the rest of the time until we get to some of these keyframes. Okay, it looks like easiest to solve that would just be to remove everything there and just kind of not do that. I can probably just select everything from here, delete it, and then add it again, and then that should fill in that empty gap. Okay, cool. Okay, scale. There's a keyframe on one of these. Let's see where you are. It's also got tweening. Let's get rid of that. But this works, I think. Let's see about how large I want her to be. I think that's good. Also, she has 2 ear. Where's ear front and ear? Here we go. I do want it to be sideways, so let's swap these around. Okay. Looks like ears work. That's probably the last time I'll probably have to do that anyway. So, okay. Yay! I think we are good to go. She is off screen. These buttons don't render, so I'm good to go. Okay, so usually what I like to do is also just kind of put her into these positions like this. They kind of match the storyboards. Obviously want it to be relatively as close as possible if you want it to be close to your storyboards. That's why you spend so much time drafting all these. Rather than doing it like stop motion of like, here's frame 1, here's frame 2, here's frame 3. It's like, I'm just gonna go to, let's see, frame 2, 16 now. And decide that, yeah, that's what I want to at least get what most of the other frames are gonna look like surrounding it. So if I can get 16 to work, then 14, 10, 12, whatever, is gonna work well as well. But if I try to get, if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, then I'd be up a creek if I realize that, oh no, that's not exactly what I want. And then I have to redo everything else all over again. So it just kind of saves myself making sure that all these work first before try to get one pose that works, and then I'll be able to then make sure that surrounding ones around it can then reference that, rather than I guess the opposite way around, or using the first frame and then just hoping that everything else around it will magically work as well. So it's like, nah, just try to work as smart as I can here. So I'm just going around to each limb here and kind of just using my deformers and rotates and scales and stuff to get this general pose that I want. I didn't have access to any of these tools when I was making the Flash cartoons, so this has been amazing to to work with all these fancy tools here. It looks like the wing does not have a deformer, but I think we'll be okay. I'll just have to do it as an image sequence instead, I guess, rather than any kind of fanciness there. So let's see. Okay, so I got this frame, so that's good. And then she's off screen. And then I want, let's get the ball in. Let's just start on that. Where do I want it? So she's gonna be interacting with different objects here, where she's gonna interact with rolling this snowball, the first snowball that she's gonna roll in, and then put it on top of another snowball, and then they both roll down. So having this kind of, if each object, if each, each snowball was independent, then it's not the end of the world to like animate it, but I want to work a little bit, I don't know if it's smarter, but just like to make sure that I can have more flexibility in some cases. So I want to have the snowball be connected inside of Derpy's hierarchy, so that whenever I move Derpy, I want to also move the ball, but without having to have a separate keyframe specifically for the ball, and then making sure that every single frame that they're connected and close to each other. Because that's what's gonna happen, is that every frame here, from here to here, is that she's rolling the ball to get it a little bit bigger. But if every frame I had to also move that ball at every frame, make sure that they're synchronous and like moving and having all these different frames, it's like I don't want to do that. So I'm just gonna do DP snowball. First push, I was gonna call it, just the first ball that she pushes, but like, they're all pushing. So start push, I don't know. But that's kind of sounds like starting the push. I don't know what I'll figure out what that means. We'll remind ourselves. Okay, so I want to put this inside of the Derpy Horse component, and then connect to its entire movement here. So I'll be able to then move it. I'll probably also clone it so I have one that's not connected. I've always been trying to look to see if there is a way in Toon Boom to, like, midway through an animation, can I have it so like it virtually disconnects so that then I can then have it be independent rather than being connected to some other hierarchy thing up here, another element. But it's all been found that, and it's hoping that they would have a update to that, but oh well. Just make a bowl. Let's go inside here so I can get, so it's not directly part of Derpy's, it's not directly her color palette. Did I remove the, no. No. Just can't see it. Let's see, I think I need a darker color. I'm also not sure why I can't see it. Is it not the right colored? Like, I would just take these and then, oh, there you are. Move this down to at least a different sub layer, and then select you, make it a different color. There we go. So I was gonna make some little tiny textures here. I think that's a little bit much. Just want it to be a little bit. Just so it has a little bit more personality, you know. That's weird. Doesn't take it immediately. Okay. Would it be in lighter work? Just so you can barely see it. That'll work. Okay. So I got you, and I got you. Okay. So now, I can put you in between some of these elements. Just hoping I can squish it in between her arms here. Just gonna hide that. It might be indiscriminable, but I might have to just push this back anyway. There we go. Let's add a 2-point constraint or whatever it is. 2-point. Oh, it is. Okay, cool. I don't know what to call it. A 2-point constraint sounds good enough. Yep, it is. Okay. Sure. Peg. Beep. And if I connect it to itself, does that break it? I don't remember. I want a peg or an anchor point at the bottom, one at the top. And then when I move one of the other, oh, that works. Okay, I think I want to swap you and swap you so that when I move you, I can get this kind of squash and stretch kind of feeling here. If I really get fancy, I can also add a, I don't remember where that goes, like a constraint, 2-point constraint, no, what is it, static transformation, no, that's not it. I forgot what the other node was. I want to have it be a certain amount of flexibility, So otherwise I can stretch it to infinity. This will allow me to have a little bit of whoops going on there. I can also add it to Derpy herself for the entire bips. Let's do that. I can add it up here. So I can have that be in there. I can add another 2-point constraint with this and another one. Replace that one, replace this. It's not taking that one. Oh well. Let's go back to normal. So you there, and I want you there. So now, hopefully, I can squeeze her. Squeeze and stretch her. Okay, that's what I want. Let's move you back. Get the frame for the snowball. And just extend it for the full timeline until I don't need it. I don't need it until about here. Okay, let's get my storyboard back. And I think I'm gonna need the other ball. So this will be the first ball, and then I need a new ball. So this will be DP Snowball, the big one. I can connect it to the same composite. I think it'll work. Okay. I can kind of take the same artwork, and then we just kind of play with it or something. Whatever I need to. Actually, I wanted to keep a sphere profile. But now I can kind of change this just a little bit, I guess. And then make it a little bit larger. And we add our same 2-point constraints, just because that's one of my favorites. Just makes squash and stretch so much easy. It's gonna move over just because it's now connected to Derpy. Top, bottom. That's true, I'd probably need another one just for rotating. And that'll be in the middle, so I can rotate around that, and whenever I need to move, squash it down, I can do that. I think I actually I want to have two of these. So I'm going to Control-C, copy, and then clone drawings only, get a separate duplicate of it. And so now, by not connecting this to anything, not connecting it back up to Derpy, I can have this here, and then I can move Derpy, and then that'll keep that, and then I can have this one be a duplicate version of it, get it about the right size or so, and then when we do the rotating later on, I'll be able to move both of these at the same time. So this one's separate. Okay. Yeah. just brought the input. So I'll move these down, and let's add a backdrop so I can visually see what's going on. Again, the backdrops don't modify anything, but this makes my life a little easier. Animating. Color code it. Okay, so now I got pushed, big, and the one that's not connected. So I want to make sure that all these have exposures and keyframes and all that. Just wanted to move the exposure back. Actually, these need to stay on. So to unselect everything I got here, I'll go into highlight only when I select mode, and then do that. Okay. So, now that this is set up, I can go back to my storyboard and then see that that's on. And so now I can have my one here, where now she's got the ball. Probably should have, yeah, one more peg. So this will be my squash and stretch, and then my secondary one to control the squash and stretch, and then one for rotating. So this one needs to be right snap in the middle, so it'll rotate as best it can. Oop, rotate. I'm going to be a little bit off, it's actually not too bad. It kind of creates, it's like put it in the bottom corner or something and get some interesting shapes there. I'm having it be a little texture as well, kind of shows that it actually is moving, so I'm happy with that. Okay, how are we doing? Maybe I should take 1 minute break here just to compose myself here, but make sure everything's going here. Get some water. Okay. I know like 90% of animation is just like set up, and then 10% of all the work is in just actually animating. It's like it's like this is how the kind of process goes, especially with like old Flash days. Whenever it's making stuff, is like it really is just making sure that all the characters are set up, and then just kind of spend the last couple week or so just actually animating. Spend a lot of time just making backgrounds and props and character rigs. Storyboards also takes a while, just because I'm very iterative and very precise with what I want. So making sure that the storyboard's is as clean as possible as I can understand it, and flows really nice, and just like making sure that this is the storyboard is just like the stick figure version of the animation. You know, leave not much to chance. You know, just making sure that everything's dot out well enough that's like, okay, these are literally what my keyframes are, and then I can just kind of go over them, you know, kind of a thing. Even when I start animating, I still kind of second guess myself on practically everything. But yeah. Alright. Okay. So now we're actually gonna probably animate, hopefully. I got all this. I'm just gonna be staying in this mode a lot. Okay. That's what Discord's, make sure it's not on my channel. Nope. Okay, cool. Okay, how we doing? A nice reprieve there. So I'll put you there, and then you should stay until you're needed there. Okay. So now it's gonna get confusing. That I want to click like the top green, but it's gonna be this one I'm gonna be working with. Okay. And then this one doesn't show up until I need it, so we're gonna swap that out. That's why I mean, like, I want to have a way to just halfway through, you know, have like a fake noodle that I can just kind of take out and then kind of linking in whatever I need to per keyframe, because I feel like that actually will then save a lot more hassles than like having duplicates and then try to swap between like one drawing version and having a duplicate version that's like not connected, and it's just like So this, you know, if there's more stuff like this that happens, you know, it's like, oh, you got like a person holding a tray, you know, like a cartoon where like at school where you have like a lunch tray and everything on it, like milk and lunch and food, each of those might be their own object, and then the character is holding it, so every time it's holding connected to the hand, you want to just move the hand and then the tray moves along with it, so you don't have to move the tray every keyframe and parallel it. But then he lets go of the tray, like he sits down and then moves his hands off the tray. You don't want the tray to move every time the hand moves then. So then you have to like make this other version system that's like not connected, and it's just like, So it's like, oh man. But then you have like 10 versions of it, so it's like this could be a huge amount of like different pieces, that stuff that's like either is connected and then like not, and then like So that's what I mean, just like, yeah, have something a little nicer to work with would be great. Okay. Let's get to start to... Is everything connected? Okay. So just gotta keep going through my keyframes here. And see what we get here. So now we're going to would like to rotate her from a different axis, probably like from her torso. And then we'll get the always want to exaggerate it a little bit. It's always good. So this is... What if I want to move this actually, instead of connected to the whole body, connected to maybe just the arms? But so I'm going to move these arms and then I want to move the ball at the same time, but I was trying to avoid over keyframing, but I think it's just going to be, no matter what, it's going to be inevitable. They'll have to do this sort of tweakiness. So go up the key hierarchy and then kind of bend it. Because it gets very tricky of what you're actually looking at. Let's rotate it from the torso again. She is in front. Ball is in front. Which one is this? This one is the not connected one. So I'm gonna go into stop keyframe mode and just kind of put her behind. Oh yeah, because we put the ball way behind everything else. This background has to be more behind over that too. Anders is kind of playing around with the very extremes of everything here. So I want to rotate from now the ball axis here. You're just going to squish her down. I could play with the Squishy. Oop, okay. Maybe squishy doesn't work with being kind of rotated. Oh boy, that's not good. Okay. Oh well. Yep. I don't know why they designed something that you're supposed to click on. Is like this transformation thing, but they made it a donut, so like if you click in the middle of the donut, then you can't select it, but you have to like click on the outside ring of it, and it's like that's not easy to do. And then now we are rotating, but I think I want that to be about the same place. And then now we're starting to then move everything. So I want to replace these drawings. So unconnected one off, connected one on. And then we swap keyframes. So now, maybe one of these is. Did one of these move them over? Why is it over there now? Not sure. So I gotta line these up and have her be behind the. Is it rotated a little bit? Yeah, mine's rotated. So that means I need to make sure that this is also rotated on the same axis here. Turn light back. You might be able to see it, but I think if I just have it in motion with like before and afters, then it'll be fine. Okay. And then go back to Derpy. And now we should be able to move you. Nope. I think we're a little bit before that. Okay. Want everything. So I want to have the axis to be the middle, axis of rotation be the middle of the snowball now. Just get it in the middle of there. And so now I can move everything. And then we're kind of squish her head as we go. And then we swap to a different version. So actually we're going to, on the first frame here, let's reset all of these numbers. Or not. Maybe they need to be a 1. There, okay. Now she exists. Good. There we go. Okay. Cool. Okay. Hello. Kaka. Welcome, welcome. Let's see. So I want to, for the second shot, I'll probably just have a new drawing. Probably, it could literally just be this, but I could make sure that that's about the same size. So what do we got? Obviously, let's turn that off. And then So I'll have a new picture for there, so I think I'm just going to skip to the next part where we'll need Derpy again, which will be this part. So what do we got? We got her there. Make her large again. And then see what we got. What we'll need is important. So we'll need the connected ball. That'll be this one. And the first frame here. We'll have a different version. Right now the ball is much larger. And in front, just using a hotkey to play with the real Z depth. Change body and head to be front view. Problem is that I need to rotate her body now, but then the ball then won't be the right way around. So I need to have the ball this way around. Turn her off, and then reset these definitely. So what I want is just her. Actually, they kind of look the same, so I think I want to kind of take off the drawings for her back legs. These guys. Turn off the tail. And then what I'll be left with is just these arms. So I go back here. Let's kind of get the head and kind of push that in. Actually, I thought that was the other part there, but I think I just need to move that. That's what we want. Alright, cool. A little smaller, more centered. And then we get these to be in their poses. Oop. Maybe a little bit closer to each other. Which arm is which? Okay, that arm. I haven't used this puppet in a while to know exactly where everything is. Okay. You can kind of bend out. Okay. So now I can go back to the ball piece. I can rotate that. It wouldn't rotate Derpy because I need to probably have it be all the way out here. And then I can rotate everything there. Okay. I think she's like here. Okay, she's more there. So scrubbing along to see. Can't see my storyboards now. Might need to make sure they're always in front. Doing that. Reset my transformation. Oh, now to reset my rotating part. And then we'll do the next part. Do. For now, her legs will then kind of retract inward. Arm. We need to go up. And then downward into the ball. And then we get the head, which I think is upside down. Rotate it. Get into the position that I want. I think it's a little lopsided. Yeah, let's go back. Beep. Beep. These kind of motions kind of work much faster is better. And I think I'll be able to... Want it to be a little bit more succinct here, but... Okay, so... Probably just have to play with the entire... Nope. Nope. I have to move this down and then just do a regular one of these. It's not going to be squash and stretch. I'll have to do that manually. And I think I want the head to be a little bit higher up. So I'll probably have to make a neck. Let's get my neck. Neck. Let's see if this is also upside down. So flip it. Put it in the right position. And so when we need it, we'll just kind of place that in. There we go. Okay, so we got most of the basics in. Okay. And so once every keyframe is then set up, then we go through, retime it to see if there's like some pieces that are a little bit slow. Change the expression, change the face, change the body. Just add regular in-betweens. Add the secondary animations, like the scarf. I want to be able to then, at some points, be able to kind of have that flow around, or kind of move this around, or you want to move the scarf in different places. I wonder if I want to also have the hat also have a deformer. I don't think I added it because I wasn't thinking of really doing anything with it. But I guess might as well. Select the hat, add a couple key little curves here. So now I can move hat around. But yeah, that'll be the next more intermediate parts there. I also want to change you could just do the last part here. With the expression, facial expression here. So I want to change your face to be something more similar to that. So So I can just kind of hide that for now. Change my mouth. Boop. Close eyes. Eyebrows. See what I want. I think it's a little bit below. So let's just kind of push these around. Maybe a little bit lower. This is where like the super tweaking can just really get into you. I'm like, ah, geez, it could be a little bit more curvy here. Grab this part, move this down. You know, it just gets, excuse me, a lot of too much flexibility and options to play with. I think these aren't the same. There we go. I have like different versions for like a front view and side view. So I have different of those. So when she gets up, then we can open her eyes. And then move her eyebrows. Eyebrow. Eyebrow. So they'd be connected to her eyelash. And then I want it to be looking more towards you. Maybe less just sad, maybe just like somewhat like surprised. And then we get another blink. And then open her eyes. And then we play for eyebrows again. What I can probably, hopefully do is just kind of, just copy paste, or I can just kind of move these back up. And with the blink I can have a slightly different type of expression. Play with the eyes. I like to have it kind of a bit more googly, just kind of move them very slightly. So you get a slight bit of movement there. Oh yeah, that doesn't make any sense without the snowball here. There we go. I can add more time, but I think it'll be fine. Back to where this one was, so I can finally adjust it. Okay. getting there. I see some places I definitely want to tweak, so that's good. Let's see. Oh yeah, we want to have her happy eyelids for here. So I don't have that, so I can at least just try and set that up maybe. Should hopefully just be as simple as just kind of taking this one and then changing this one. I mean, then I got two different versions of these, so that'll fit. And then making a new duplicate. That is now going to take this and we'll just kind of raise it up. This is now the happy version. Place this. New version. Try to get it the same height and angle. Let's move that down. Widen it a little bit. Now we get this. And maybe yeah. No open mouth. So now that should persist into the animation. I don't like that open mouth. I'm going to change that back. And then at some point, she's got to realize that she's want to change it actually here. Let's see. Want to move it back one frame. Back one frame. So be on the same. And then let's get an eyebrow here. Because we set this up, this should be good. Looks like we're a little late on these keyframes. Blink. Let's move these back more than we need to, so that they're like pre-set up. So I need to doesn't have a keyframe at all. I want these blinks or eyebrows. I want these two to match up to be here. I want the deformers. Big numbers there. Let's move these back. And the former eyebrow. So now that's set up. Okay, good. I want to see if I can. At what point can I? Does this stop working? It might stop working here because now she's way over here. Yeah. Whee! Whoa! Okay. So I think it's because This one's might be because it's actually lower in the hierarchy, because it's gonna go from top to bottom, and so it's trying to figure out where this point is, but then we move it below it, so it's like offsetting it from where this one is now. Yeah, that's why. Fix that would be maybe to move this one at the top, but I think that might break everything else, but there's not many noodles to worry about. I just want to see. I want to test it. So I'm going to put you up here. And then, actually that just kind of set everything back up. So now if I put this over here. No, okay. Wanted to see whether or not if I change the hierarchy of whether or not the main offset big one that I use, whether or not that'll move that over, but nope, okay. Okay. Getting somewhat close on time, so I might as well also work on the background just so it's a more complete scene here. Let's do that. Let's change this. Kind of see the rest of this. I would set everything up. Yeah, it's gonna be. I knew it was gonna be impossible like to finish one of these in 2 hours or so. So might as well show you some other pieces of the animation process as I go. Before I go. So I will be working on this throughout today because I would like to have this as a Twitter animation for tomorrow, so you guys will enjoy it. Hopefully then. I'll have a big square here. Make sure it's not the same color as that, but it looks to be, so I might as well. I can change it to be a different tint, and then that might help. Everything's gonna be blue. Yeah, see how these are close. Something more. It's kind of dark. I don't know. Okay. So got my sky. And my clouds. These are always fun to make. Literally just go in, draw a swoop. And there's no wrong way to draw clouds, so there's gonna be some cloud expert, but it's like, nah, just don't worry about it. Ah, my bad. Swap this around. Wow, it's a different cloud. Okay. Clouds. Whoop. Just trying to move things too quickly here. Next, hill and house. And then that's it. Beep, beep. Okay. Beep. Okay. Hill will be kind of close to the snowball color. So let me see what this color is. Hill could be kind of the darker part. Maybe also a little bit darker still. And then we get this color. So overdraw. Wait for that to load in my fill here. Let's try and just smooth it out. Simplify it. I really don't need that many points here. Okay. And then we could do some little textures. We can kind of use the same kind of colors there. Something to like indicate like something like a hill or something, like some sort of snow mound. Excuse me. A little smaller. Just trying to like grab it. Okay. Then copy these guys. Paste. It's okay to paste it if it's, you know, if you kind of change it a little bit. Like I probably want to just remake one of these. But I always like to like flip it around so it's not literally the exact same on the other side. So now it's different. Yeah, you can barely tell too. So there we go. I think I want to add a almost like a rim light, I think, kind of effect. You can kind of go around here, add some little points here. Kind of smoothing these out and color this section up here with that. So now we get this sort of small snowbank kind of style shape up here. Try to make these a little bit more even and small. Don't need it to be too aggressive there. Okay. The house will be on the second shot, so I don't need that quite yet. This background, when does it change? Let's play with Z-depth while we're here. Top. So this is a top view of the scene. And so what I can do is move things closer and further away in the background. So I put this away from the camera. Camera's down here looking out. So by moving this super far away from the camera, I can have things be a little bit of offset. So when I move the camera, does that work? Not really. There we go. So if I move it too far, you can see everything. It should look like the clouds are much farther away than the snowbank. Look where the action is. Derpy should look like she's much more closer to you than the clouds. So that's how that works. And if I need to, at any point now, you know, move the camera, you know, to like do some sort of slide over, I'll be able to have that kind of parallax, that real world kind of style backgroundness. So I probably want to move these back even further. Move music, I can't select my buttons. Okay. Move this even further back. And then also make the drawing for the snow a little wider, a little taller. Nope, turn that off. Turn off. Turn off. Okay. Excuse me. A little sniffly. Okay. That's some good depth. Cool. Okay. Happy with that. Let's go back to backgrounds and let's make the second one. First and third shots should be the same, so I'm not gonna worry. Actually, it goes a little bit longer. Okay, so from here, is that my background? Is it some sort of hole? I'm not sure about. Figure that out. Okay, so when we swap keyframes and everything, and then we change what we need. Like, do I need sky? Check. Clouds? Check. Hill? Check. House? Check. Yeah, this should have everything. No, actually, house isn't needed until I need a house. Still trying to figure out what this... Oh, it just looks weird. Okay. But I can change the positions of all these so that they're not in the same place as before. Like if you swap backgrounds, you don't want the clouds to be exactly in the same spot. You know what, I could probably make these a little bit. There we go. Hill changes to be this shape that we have here. So kind of just redraw this, basically. Overdraw. Now that I know that I'll probably have a camera move. Hopefully that works. Can't really see it. There we go. And I will steal my snow. Actually, it's going to be a silhouette, so I probably wanted this to be a little bit darker. So I want a new color, and then color this. Wrong sublayer. There we go. Okay, so I want this to be this color, but a little bit darker. And then select everything but the fill. So I only get the fill. Then I want the house to be the same color as that. And then we trace this. Trace this house. Overdraw. Yeah, I could put a little maybe like chimney on it or something. That would have a little bit more character. So now we got this. I get a little bit of it kind of look like it had snow on it almost. Add some more features to make it a little bit less barren there. Okay. And I think I want to turn off my storyboard so I can see it in all its glory here. And the house just disappears. And let's make sure that that works with the hill and the house. So the hill is slightly further away, but I think that actually can work. But I think I just want to move it back. Actually behind. Just barely. There we go. Okay. So now these are all good. Actually, I want my storyboard back. So I can see when shot 3 starts, which will be right about here. Select everything, keyframes, background, see what we need, what we don't need. Don't need house, and sky is good. Clouds can be moved. Again, so now we're going to be closer, so I think I'm just going to have like, we're going to be much higher. We're lower, so I think the clouds are going to be a little higher up. Suppose I'm at the top. Hill. Change that back to this one. You know what we can do? Maybe it's just to see what we can do. Position X, scale X, put a negative, swap it. And then kind of just teeter it one way or the other. We can also make a whole new drawing and then play with the envelope tool to kind of create this, reshape it. It's gonna be much smaller now. Okay. See you, Judd. Thank you for joining. So we'll have only one more stream from me this year. And then we're taking a January break. So hopefully you'll be back for that last stream. Thank you. Yay. Okay. So we'll get rid of storyboard. So that looks like, okay. Might as well. Let's just, there's no touch time. It's going to be talking about the game. Let's just have one more. Derpy Fall. Connect this back up to you, and then we'll just quickly rough out what this will look like. So let's see. I'll use, I think the same color, but maybe just a little bit darker. So I need new color. Tilt it, tint it, I guess. And then we'll get the ball here. Go in a new sublayer so I can separate it if I need to. Kind of bubble color this. Okay. Gotta wait for it to think about coloring her in. Uh-oh. Okay. I have more to color. I think I forgot the all-important pom-pom. Okay. So now I can take this and put the rotating about there. Alright, she doesn't exist for all of the frames I need. How do I hide everything but her now? I might have to separate her actually. Let's take her out and then I will have her here. Because I need to separate it because I don't want to show this Derpy. I don't want to like hide everything, because that'd be too complicated. So I'm literally just gonna have her off to the side. And now that this one's disconnected, is independent, I can do this now. I get my storyboards. And so now, kind of go through and make sure that these, you know, kind of similar. So we'll find these ones and these ones. And so now I can go through Derpy Fall P, add a keyframe, and just kind of match these. And so that way, when I turn off my storyboards, I will now have these as a reference rather than my storyboard one. And this will be the last thing. Last keyframe here. And we'll have to swap it to be the new picture there, but that's fine for now. Okay. And so now I want to make sure that she's not there for there. They're not keyframe there. Turn this off and see what we got. Obviously it's very, very rough and probably still not where we're going, but last shot's pretty good. Yeah. And at least stuff to like have, you know, having less keyframes and drawings to deal with, the easier it is to manage and make sure the animation looks good as we go along. You know, as I said at the start, like stop motion is the most technical of animation because you have to make sure that every frame is perfect, and you can't really go back and like add, you know, a character's eyebrow or anything. But with animation, digital and puppets and stuff, you can go back in and do that all you want. So if something here doesn't work, then let's go back and fix it. But as you work on it, it's much easier to make sure that there's least amount of keyframes and drawings to work with. So you can just work with like a couple, make sure that they're good, and then add more and more frames in between them. So I think I probably want to change the background color because everything's blue. Probably add like a gradient to like lighten it up at the bottom. Just make sure everything's as visible and contrasty as possible. But I think on the whole, this is yeah, nowhere so near done. This is probably going to take the rest of the day to really clean up. But I hope this was fun. I will post this when it's done on tomorrow morning. I'll work on this throughout the rest of the day, and yeah, clean it up and see what else I can do to fix this up. Alrighty, torch the time, but I guess I'm just gonna show off the visual novel, so not really torch the time. Kind of showed this a little bit at the start. Let's have this as a background, and let's have this, and let's get some water so I can really talk about this a little bit better. So I did have a demo that is in the Discord, my Greenwater Club Discord, link in the description if you're not part of that. You can use the link in the description below to join up on there. There'll be this link in the streams, ideas and suggestions channel where you can click to download a work in progress version of this game. Not to say that this one's complete either, but it's more complete comparatively so than that demo. But yeah, let me get some water and show off a little bit more of what I got. Alright, so first thing you notice if you've played the demo is that now the main menu screen has a little bit of ambient, little animation. Cloud kind of moves around a little bit, a little shiny bit to the text. Shoo. That was a little tricky to change the PNG into a WebM format, figure out where everything was. But that's for the demo. I'll probably remove this for the final. Intro. It's all the same. Most of what I worked on this week has been the backgrounds. A lot of this is the same, but I'll probably be the one on the last time, so I'll probably talk about this anyway. So might as well go over it. Yeah, it's coming along, but most of what I've been doing has been the backgrounds and here and there stuff of cleanup stuff, make sure all the back end stuff, like making sure all of this works. I also changed the name tags. I felt like they were a little bit too messy, so I wanted to be a little slightly cleaner. So each character will have their cutie mark and a generic gradient that's kind of close to their color, and then their text color, name tag color is then their eye or hair color. So all of them will have their styles there, but at least they have cutie marks, so might as well just add them in so you can, if you can't read or something, I don't know why you're reading the visual novel, but at least you'll have some more can kind of connect between the character name and knowing who they are. You'd be like, oh look, it's that one with that cutie mark kind of thing. So this is my background. Made this in Photoshop. I blurred it out a little bit so it's a little bit fuzzy, but I used a fuzzy brush, and I kind of went over the 3D model reference from the game, so it has less detail, but I think it's still kind of, you're not really gonna look at the backgrounds anyway because there'll always be a character in front of it. But yeah, so it's just kind of like a more impressionist kind of like style to it instead of it being super perfect. So please excuse me for that. But yeah, Izzy's got her little color here and a cutie mark, and then they all talk. So you'll be able to read these more in full once the real game comes out, and I'll add more dialogue options and stuff. So it'll be more of a full experience once everything's more in. But yeah, just have to make sure that everything in the this part works first. So not every character's sprites are in yet. At least their full amount. They don't fully animate yet, but Sun and Easy are almost complete right now, and most of the backgrounds are in. Yeah, the story is pretty much locked down on. Unless I have more ideas or something for more little scenarios, I might add those in. But yeah, I'm thinking of having another demo. Hopefully when I get more of it done. I want to get all the sprites in. I want to get all the backgrounds in. I'm missing one background and maybe music and sound effects, but that's probably still way off. Or like complete real sound effects for everything. Like I want to add like little squeeze and pews and bounce and more like a when it shakes the screen, people could have some sort of a sound effect there. So it's like I have to add those in as well. So there's still a lot, and maybe clean up some of these character animations. Some of these are pretty good, but I probably just want to also go back through and clean up the ones that I have as well. So still not publishing ready yet, but yeah, speaking of that, I am looking into making this into an itch.io uploaded on there. So I think you might need an itch.io account to get it, but other than that, that's pretty much free. I'll make the game. I signed up for the W2 form that they had, so if that's approved, I did it last night, so I haven't checked it to see if I'm approved for that fully yet, but I'll see if I'm eligible to get any money. So, but I'll make the game free with donations, genuinely accepted. So, yeah, it'll be free, but if you want to donate, that'll be your choice, kind of a thing. So, and itch.io looks pretty good. There's a lot of visual novels and other kind of games, so it'll fit. But yeah, they say that to make sure that your game, itch.io's, frequently asked questions are to say like, make sure your game is, complete before you publish it, because it's gonna go on the top of like the newest. There'll be like a page for like newest games first, and if people search for those, you'll find your game. But if they play your game and first impressions are that it's not complete, then it's not gonna be good. So I want to at least complete it in a good way, and then upload it then. So first things first is to make sure that all this is get a background, character sprites, music sound effects, and then demo to make sure that everything's good to go. And if there's anything more to do, then I'll do that. Otherwise, I'll look into polishing up anything else and then uploading it to itch.io. So that's the plan. I don't know how long that's gonna take, but I'm gonna keep working on this throughout the whole time. Let's see. Hey, Cookie. Merry Christmas. Hope everyone's doing good. Everyone good. Oh, thank you, Cookie. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. That's my eyes. There we go. Merry Christmas. Happy. There you go. To everything. There you go. Happy. Yeah. Good to see you. So yeah, today I worked on the Derpy animation that'll be uploaded for Christmas morning. It's a cute little snow thing. So that'll be uploaded on Twitter tomorrow, hopefully. But in the meantime, around that time, I guess I'll be working on this. So, worked on the backgrounds this week. Most of these character sprites are not complete. Like all these be blinking and kind of moving and everything, like with the rest of them. But see that the new name tags are in now. So that's good. I want it to be a little bit more cleaner than what it was. It was very like very messy, especially zips. I don't know if I can find that. Name tag. Do I have an older version? Oh, I might have replaced it. Might be my trash then. Let's see. Restore. I don't think that'll work. Anyway, yeah, zips was like all this very weird and graffiti. You can check with the that's not it. With the demo. Let's see how it looks. Yep, the backgrounds are technically new. I'll go back to the first one. Oh yeah, the background here is also animated. A little ambiance to get you into the mood, like a little bit of woo. Wow. Look at that, that's shiny text. Woo. Let's give it a here. This backgrounds, all the background that look fuzzy are recreated. This background is recreated. And then, what is name tags? Are remade for every character. The one I don't have is this one. This is what, you know, that's what this looks like. So I am working on this one. This will be a unique, wholly unique background. It'll be of the community garden. Don't think there's a very easy reference to just kind of copy paste from the shows. So I'm just gonna make my own with that. It'll be this nice little garden, and then you can see like the bright house. Yeah, bright house in the background for this section here. So, yeah. Let's see. As I say back where Izzy stands with some dual colors. Let's go back. Is it? I guess I could play with the vibrance of it. But I used the same color palettes as they had in the game, so it should be pretty much accurate to how they designed it. But I could always kind of push it up, I guess. I don't know. Looks a little gray. Definitely don't want to overshadow the characters, you know. It'd be nice. It's a weird balance, I know. There's a lot of like gray colors into it. Yeah. Up to saturation to keep it consistent. How about the first one? Let me go back to. I know I have to like restart the whole game to find it, but yeah, this one's definitely. This one's at the ending as well. It's like it needs to be more, maybe like a punchier sky, maybe. Yeah. Oh, I also fixed in the Discord thread. I also fixed all of the apostrophes and like one of the text boxes in Luna's section. So I can also kind of show Luna. Does that at least works? I'll have more expressions for Luna here. It's one of these. It was this one that looked a little bit more transparent, like it added a transparency, which I don't know how that worked. I was trying to figure out like where is it trying to add it, but I just like replaced the order of like how somebody's like there's a text box, hide show text box. I just reordered it and then it worked. So I was like, oh, okay. So some stuff like that is just like, oh, okay, sure. Like when I was trying to replace the main menu background with the animated one, I kept replacing like a different source of what it was looking for, and it was like saying like, oh, I can't, incorrect file extension. I was like, what? So it's like, great, okay. So it took me forever to like find out like where in the code I was actually looking for the main menu, and then I just placed it there, and then it's like, oh yeah, I'm happy now. So A lot of weird debugging stuff that's like, okay. Like Ren'py stuff that's like, I don't understand how this is supposed to work. Here's the background again. Let's see. Hi, Jed. And let's go. Will you be streaming next week? I hope so. Unless I get dragged into some New Year's party. I don't see... I could probably just get out of that anyway. Yes. Next Saturday will be a stream, and then after that in January, there will be no stream until February. So, next stream will be last stream until whatever the 1st of January, February 4th, I guess, will be the next stream or so. But yeah, we'll have a one for New Year's where we'll have a reflection party where we'll look through everything that we worked on in 2022, and then yeah, I don't know if I'll be doing much art, but probably just be really chill and just talking with you guys. I can say next year. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, it's more just like I just want to I don't want to say it. I just want to take stock of like everything and reevaluate everything, and like all the things that I've kind of put off. I want to declutter everything and like reevaluate what I have, and like all the things that's like I don't have time for this, I want to make time for. Will be that little like dedicated time that I can just do things and be like, okay, I just want to have some, you know, open time will be a perfect time to do that. So just need to not also be working on 3 different projects at the same time to be able to do that. So I'm gonna try and at least get the Derpy video, that short one, try and finish that tonight, and then work on this project until this is done, and then get back on the movie. And then after that, I'll probably talk about this in next week's stream as well, but try to have shorter streams or more concise streams that aren't as big as these kind of projects. Have projects that are one and done's kind of streams, or do different types of media types of stuff, or maybe do just regular art. I need to definitely just get back into that and like actually do more illustrative work. So there's a lot of more stuff that I'm thinking about, and trying to think of whatever for next year's stream, what to think about for that. Who knows? Maybe some other types of streams completely out of left field. Who knows? But yeah, try to remove myself from taking on too much when I already have enough to do with the movie. So, and if I declutter everything before February, I'll be able to really focus on the movie, and that's what I definitely want to do for that. Yeah. So, yeah. So, that's the plan. Yeah. Thank you. See you next one. Yep. And I'll probably head out about now. So, if you want to play this demo version, which is not this version, I guess I can upload this version today. Meh. I probably want it to be actually complete more. Yeah, okay. I'll probably wait until wait until the game is more, in a more of a state that's like it could be production ready or like upload ready, and then have you guys play it. So whether that'll be in like next week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I don't know. So yeah, I'll keep you updated on everything. I'm not gonna go silent during January, but it just won't be streamed, so it'll be less of me directly talking to you, but I'll try and be still as active as I can with you guys. If you guys have any conversations or anything you want to talk about, or I'll still be posting stuff. I don't know what, but I'll be posting this game and keep you updated with this. So yeah, if you guys can't make it to the New Year's stream, that's what we're gonna be doing. It's probably just reflecting and talking about all reiterating on all this again. So thank you. Hey, yo. So thank you guys again, and hopefully see you for next week. And then if not, you can rewatch the VOD, the video on demand of the New Year's stream if you want. And then we'll be doing a new chapter. So that's the end of the game. I'll definitely update these to not be TBA. That'd be good. Oh, which ending did I get? I got ending 3 of 3. All right, cool. Who knows? There we go. Back to here. Okay. Wrap it up. Let's find where even is my thing. There it is. Okay. Thank you guys again. Button is so close to my other button. Okay. Alright, detailed. Wait force. So thank you guys again. If I don't see you, have a good happy holidays and happy new year. Otherwise we'll be back for next stream, and then we'll take a month off or so. So thank you again. Alright, bye everyone. Oh, that's my eyelashes. There they are. Okay. Thank you guys. Alright. See you whenever. Alright, bye everyone.